Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Irish Donna Tarot. I am a full-time psychic, tarot reader, and astrologer, and I am here to talk about the release of the full moon in Aquarius. I did a reading yesterday and it was mostly for myself, and then all of a sudden I looked at it and I went, this is for the world at large. And so here we are. We're going to have the full moon is going to be in full effect at its fullest point, I believe somewhere around 9 o'clock Central Time. So the reading I got was really beautiful. Oh my God, this is going to be the best full moon. We are in this really weird place with coronavirus and everything that's going on with the pandemic. And the message from Spirit that came through was to keep our focus on remaining open. Okay, it's going to be very important not to get very intense or, to just kind of stay in a very relaxed, chill state of mind. Aquarius energy, right? Being intellectual, being logical, but to allow ourselves to feel the feelings and to look at the world and interpret it around us. But the messages I got were so cool. Okay, so the first message that came out was this, it's Leo energy. I call it the prickly heat card. It's the 5 of Wands. In the tarot deck, most of the Rider-Waite decks, it really is depicted as like this sort of ego battle. Now, this can often be like the grudge match with friends, that's the humorous side of it. That's the fun side of it. But it also is like, say if you're with somebody that you really like, because these are people who are friendly with each other. This is part of your support system. But it's ego driven. This is Leo energy, and not, no shade, but to perform the best, we each have to be our own person. And these people are sort of vying. It's not about what's right. It's about who's right. I want to be right. That's the ego. The what's right is the Aquarius energy that says, let's just figure out what's right. Let's use our heads together and give up this sort of prickly heat energy. Because it isn't getting us anywhere, okay? So it's going from that, I want to be right, I want to have the answer, I want to be the winner, to, the collective saying, this is not the most effective way to get the job done. I see this especially true in the relationships around us with the people that we've been hanging out with in this sort of COVID sort of period of time. This energy says that the 3 of Cups is really about the Trinity. The Trinity, the beauty, our friends are really given to us as a gift from the gods. They truly are. When I think about my very best friends, I think they are in a world of madness. They are my sanity. And those friends are the ones who are not ego-driven, who do not tell me what I should be doing, who don't pretend to be all boss when I know that their life is falling apart in some way in which they're giving me advice. So what I have what is being released is devil energy. Now, goats are kind of cute little creatures, right? But goats are not carnivores. And so we know that this is toxic energy. And the toxic energy, when we look at the devil card, is that this person's not acting on their own. This person is listening to the snake up here, or this person, yes, sort of being, this creature is listening to the snake that's telling him to, go eat, be a carnivore, that'll be just fine, that'll work for you just fine. And that could be tantamount from anything from a really dire addiction to just being a controlling, egotistical person, and it's Saturn is here. Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn. Capricorn is the devil card. And the lesson is oftentimes mistaken, badly so, because when we get the devil card, it's about a lesson we didn't learn, and we are going to suffer from some sort of trauma or codependency, or we're going to be listening to the wrong voice inside of our creature's soul, you know, the creature being us, that we're going to be listening to these drives that are so unhealthy. You know, my boyfriend broke up with me, so there must be something wrong with me, so I'm going to go eat a pint of ice cream. I'm guilty. Just so you know, it's my favorite. It's the lesson, and the devil card will persist in life if we don't learn the lessons, if we don't release the energy, if we don't recognize that somehow when we listen to other people, we get caught up in a negative place that we know we don't belong. If you keep having the same pattern, you're going to get into this toxic energy. That's how toxicity is built. That's how it occurs. It is a trigger that happens. You listen to somebody, and I remember years ago, I traveled for a living and I had to have somebody very reliable, and she was a beautiful spirit. And I remember that the children were crying one day over something, and she said, "Here, you know, eat some ice cream, you'll feel better." And I was like, oh, you are delightful. Do not tell the children to eat ice cream to feel better. And so all of these messages come through, you know, at a very young age, on how to make us feel better. When we don't have the skills, Saturn, the teacher, the taskmaster, will keep making us learn this karmic lesson over and over and over again because it will become toxic for us. Okay, and it is, oddly enough, the mentor. The mentor energy is energy where someone, presumably someone with your best interest at heart, is be very careful, because the mentor energy, when it is driven by a money motive, and, you know, or the motive for power or popularity, that nobody, you know, God resides, in my viewpoint, within all of us. The deity exists within all of us. The divine is in all of us. And that is the Aquarius lesson. And so what is being released is our belief in a system that says, just do what I tell you to do, and everything will be cooking and happy and great. And what we know from the leadership in the world right now is that, you know, they're not even necessarily bad people, but what it does tell us is we do know, the lesson we do know, oh, we sure know, that in different economic systems or whatever, societal systems, we're being controlled by leaders, okay? It's sort of the mass, the collective. We need to give up the concept that any one person has all the answers. We need to be all about the teamwork. We need to be about the teamwork. It's not about who's right. It's about what's right. It's about being part of really honoring the space of the beehive, of being willing to be humble enough to be in that space. Now, what is being replaced by what you give up? Nobody has the right answer for you. They might have the right answer for them. They might have the right answer for you for a period of time. They might really teach you something. You might learn something absolutely beautiful, and you probably will. But you cannot get hooked into an egocentric system, and that is what we are losing. In the collective, we are coming into Aquarius energy. We actually see our own star as becoming brighter and brighter. We see that all the answers are within us. And this is, I couldn't believe I got this. I got the card of the Shaman. What is being released is toxicity. And the old system is breaking down, and we know that from the astrological transits, Pluto, Saturn, all this powerhouse of planets that's brought us this sort of very toxic energy called COVID or whatever. But look at this Shaman energy. We have this power. It's here within us. That is what this full moon is releasing. Release the Kraken of healing. You know, release the Kraken, the Shaman energy. We all have inner shaman. We all have the power to be in this divine, beautiful space, this Aquarius energy. Know that enlightenment is yours. It may take patience to get there. You know, you're going to have to do some work. You know, it's okay. It's so beautiful. It's just, this is so stunning to me. The Shaman energy. Heal thyself. Physician, heal thyself. Magus, the healer. The magician, the shaman, is really about healing ourselves by releasing the concept that something we've been told that we hold on to, the egocentric messages in our life that we've been given, are really pretty much upholding the powers in life that have brought us to this very sort of crazy space, and it's time to let go. Okay, now this is really exciting too. Now we are shedding the skin. We're successfully going to do it. We are not going to buy into propaganda. We're recognizing now that, you know, different information sources are just not going to be effective for us, and it's really this beautiful shedding of the skin. And I would say to all women, who doesn't like a good facial, baby? Makes your skin look vibrant. And so we have the shedding of the skin, and everybody goes, I don't want to shed my skin. Well, of course you do. You got sunburned, didn't you? Of course, you want to get that skin off. I don't want that old skin. I want the new. And it's time. This is Aquarius energy again, moving in. We have come full circle to the culmination of the best that we can be in this energy of work hard, go to school, these are the rules, this is a structure. You know, we're really breaking into a point in time where we have to go back to the basics as we were farmers, where yes, you work some of the year and part of the year you don't. This happiness, this 10 of Cups, is Neptunian energy. This is the energy that says that our pleasure and our happiness and our joy and our growth is to be spent having fun. It doesn't mean that, I'm not talking about paid entertainment now, okay? Although that's fine. But it really talks about the beauty of loving people, the beauty in taking time to delight, the beauty in saying, let's go for a walk, or let's go for a hike, let's go swim, let's go river rafting. You know, it's about the joy of many generations coexisting together and loving in this very beautiful way. No judgment, just love. What we have next is, of course, the King of Cups energy, Scorpio energy, right? We have all of this. We had the Devil card, so that is the energy of the devil. How do you give it up? Will you give up Scorpio energy? This is the Scorpio King. We're becoming much more like the Scorpio King. When we look at the Scorpio King, we have basically the eagle. The eagle sees far from above. The Scorpio King, 8th house, understands the deepest levels of what we need to see to be able to have a transformation. Scorpio energy. And look at what's happening. This is so wildly crazy good, is that when we're going through this transformation, it doesn't matter if you want to or not. And as a reader, I love the Death card. I mean, the Death card gave me a new kitchen. I ripped out the old kitchen. The Death card allowed me to grow up and leave my parents and have my own life. The Death card is about transformation. It's breaking out of the chrysalis. It's becoming this beautiful butterfly. And sometimes that process is painful. And the Scorpio energy is like, don't be afraid of the shroud. It's happening. It happens to you all the time. You just don't recognize it when it happens. You don't think, well, death, you know, it's the end of life. No, the Death card happens, you know. Petit mal is the term the French use for an orgasm. It feels like you're dying, but you're in ecstasy while you're doing it. And then you walk away to have an orgasm another day. So that's, I'm on a roll. I'm just really hyped up. I had a cup of coffee, a big cup of coffee. Look at what is being, now this is just uncanny to me. If you look at the Death card and this Death card, so we see this beautiful transformation, and then you see these trees, right? It's like planting the new seeds for the new forest. The next card that came up was the Seed of Life card, which is pine cones growing in the new forest. Look at that. That is so phenomenal to me, that was such a blended energy. The seeds, the seed of life is being replanted. Own your inner butterfly. Own the beauty of whatever it is that you're going to be freed from that has been toxic, whether it be a job, a relationship, you know, a society that doesn't want to accept you for who you are. It is so much about Esther Hicks, and I love Abraham Hicks. And when I pulled out what's the message to the collective at the end of all of this, it's called the river. The archetypical energy that this Aquarius full moon is bringing forward is the river. And the river is, it means the stream, the flow, the current. Go with the flow. We don't even have a choice. We've had that choice taken away from us, which is, you know, the devil card turned to the shaman, turned to the death card. And what this is it says there is a reason so many rituals of change and rebirth take place in the river. It is forgiveness embodied in physical form without asking anything in return. The river washes away what is no longer necessary. The river, it smooths over the sharp edges of accepting all of our mistakes and grievances. Once we step in, we are no longer in control. The river carries us further down the stream of transformation than we planned to go. Its waters have a special gift for reflecting back to us a new and dreamlike vision. Once the tears have passed, we see ourselves as we haven't seen before, with a little more lightness, a little more grace, a little more fluidity. Keep in mind that the fluidity. Keep in mind that you stand within the river and that it is real, you, full of deep emotion, full of deep potential, nothing to hide, nothing to judge. May you drink in the sight of your true self. And then we have the seedling that will be planted. And this is beautiful. So you are rebirthing, and look at the thousands of tiny little seeds, the tiny seeds that are all around you like little dancing fairies, just there to say, you know what, today we're gonna plant this one, tomorrow this one, we're gonna throw a handful into the dirt, but we're going to have the harvest. The harvest is coming back to yourself with the ability to heal yourself in all of your divinity. So I wanted to go through the signs, and I wanted to look at what each sign would have in terms of specific to them, what they are receiving from this beautiful full moon. And Aries, Mars, the planet of war, is your warrior planet. That is the planet that rules you. And at this time in life, you've been out in the wars of the world. Many of you feel very like you've really challenged. The life has really challenged you. And you are getting protection. Your reward for this full moon is to receive a period of time in which you are divinely protected. Go with the flow. Spend time with the people you love. Let the wounds of the past slough off like a snakeskin and release into the new world the beauty that you're letting go of things and burdens from the past. And while you do this, you are being carried by a beautiful bird through the sky. The moon, the stars will grow brighter for you when you heal enough to look up out of your basket. What do you receive, Taurus? Oh, the ability to grow. Taurus is a fixed sign. It's the bull. It's the bull in the china shop sometimes. And what we see here is this beautiful ability to go with the flow. You know, Taurus always has a very, very strong idea what needs to be done. And you're right. You rule the house of money, the house of earned income. You know how to live life. And now this energy that you're going to get from the Aquarius full moon is the ability to blossom once again, to start something new, to plant some new seeds. And you are a master gardener. You will know how to make the harvest. Trust, Gemini, your gift of this beautiful, beautiful Aquarius release is a freedom to trust. to get out of your head, to not overthink everything. The moon is bright. Look at you, have your little duckling friends. You have your egg moon. There's something always hatching in that beautiful spirit and brain of yours. And there you have it. It's really gorgeous. Look at this hatchling is right here. And it's being divinely protected. The eggs are being protected. You can trust. You have people around you that are glorious and beautiful and lovely. Purity, Cancer. Sometimes you get so chaotic and so caught up in sort of all the colors. The ocean comes to high tide and you feel washed away like a little crab growing on the beach. And this really says that purity of emotion, you are not going to give in to chaos. You are going to stay of a higher mind. You're going to really, really see that in any situation there is divine, and you're going to hold on to that with purity of thought, purity of heart, purity of your emotions. We have Leo. Leo is in a void. Leo is taking a chance to take a break. Leo is this desire that we all have to act very quickly, to be a winner. We want to be a winner so we can feed our families. It's a very honorable, beautiful aspect of Leo. Leo is the quintessential parent. And so you are going to be given time to rest, time to know that all the responsibility does not belong to you, that there is a whole group of people who are backing you. They're in the background. This is your energy, but all the supporting cast is around you. You get to take a break. You're no longer looked at as the only person who can land an airplane on the Hudson. You no longer have to be a hero every moment of every day. You're given time to rest. Beautiful. Okay. And what we have here for, this is Virgo energy. 3 and 9 is 12, and 1 is 3. Okay. You are given this creative energy. Aquarius is releasing to you some sort of dream that you had from long ago. You have something you might have wanted to even invent. Like this looks like architectural plans or a diagram or a drawing of like a piece of machinery or something that you want to create, and you're looking, in the past you've been, I'm so busy working every day, that when you sleep, you're also going to dream a lot, because this is your 12th house energy. When you go to sleep, you are working so hard that you don't even have dreams. Your inspirations are coming back. Your dreams are coming back to remind you of this beautiful creation, something yet that you have to do. We have the wolf moon. We have Libra energy. This beautiful wolf moon is hungry. You're hungry not to be so balanced. You're hungry for that which is raw and which is natural, which is the things you need. You're learning that you can give in to your your more mundane side. You don't have to go out looking like a glamour queen. You don't always have to be the most diplomatic person in the room. It's a release into your beautiful Libra energy that still says that you get to be your natural creature who has needs of their own. You don't always have to be focused on a partner. You don't always have to give to the collective or whoever happens to need you. Your relationships no longer have to rule you. You have needs also. Meet those needs. The pleasure principle is Scorpio energy. You are being released into knowing the joy of pure pleasure. And you don't have to talk about your emotions. You don't have to process everything. and it's allowing you to get over this feeling that you're the smartest person in the room and that you have all the responsibility to get the whole group of people out alive. You know, I have to part the Red Sea kind of philosophy or thought process. The burdens are heavy for Scorpio. You have the heaviest house in the zodiac. You're the person who sees death and light, and you know that not everybody else can see it. You are a healer by nature. You are a shaman. And so at this time, you're going to help people with the pleasure principle, with allowing yourself to have fun. You are going to also heal the needs that you've had when you've been taking care of everyone else. All right. Oh, fruition. I love this. This is Sagittarius energy. I do not know, but you certainly look like you are going to travel someplace. Look at the beautiful headdress. I always think of Carmen, was it Carmen Miranda, who was an exquisite South American dancer, and she used to wear this headdress. And it was so charming. And Sagittarius, you travel the globe. You are the globetrotters. You are coming into a period of your life in which a lot of your dreams are going to come to pass. You are, for all of those of you who are flamboyant and out there, dress the way you want to dress. It's a beautiful energy. Do you be you, and you let the rest of the world be them. And you do that so naturally, but you strut your stuff, Sag. That's beautiful. All right, so now we have Aquarius energy. Oops, excuse me. Capricorn energy. So sorry. Capricorn energy coming in here. And it just says, have patience. You know, y'all are ruled by the devil card and you get a bad rap. But, you know, if you have patience, your inner shaman comes out. You're really able to go with the flow. So just, you know, don't worry about what's coming next. You always feel super responsible. Now we have, we have Aquarius energy. And Aquarius, the age of Aquarius is here. In the midst, a lot of you are hiding out. A lot in plain sight. You're hiding in plain sight. So many of you are finding balance between your dreams and your reality. You know, you're out here, you're working in the mundane world, but in your inner world, you're dreaming big. You know that you are the leader of this next revolution in our planet, what's going forward, and you have whatever it takes to come forward and help lead the world with shaman energy, with this beautiful, beautiful, whoops, where is it? Well, you saw the card, with the shaman energy. So it really shows that you really know your stuff. Some of the smartest people I know, the strategists who really understand also, this is Piscean energy, and you understand what's hidden. You also understand Scorpionic energy very beautifully. This is the Taurus energy that squares your sun, that gives you a very grounded approach. And you know, what we're seeing here is that you really have the wherewithal to be a leader in your own life. You're very self-sufficient, very self-sufficient. And for our beautiful Pisces, really just reaching out a hand to the world and your love around the world, Pisces energy, no boundaries, no limits, just reaching around the globe. We see this is almost like space travel. There are no limits to the next generation, and there are no limits to where we can go in our mankind and in our destiny. So that is your reading. Take care. Bye-bye. Have a great full moon. Sending you love from Chicago. Send me some back. Leave a comment below from where you're at. Thanks.